Hi guys, as you can see here, this is my desk with my makeup that I'm going to use today. I don't think I will use everything because I have like 4 different concealers here, but just to be sure I have everything. I actually have everything in this little cupboard right here, little closet in my drawers. But yeah, I've got this Zoeva palette, which looks like that. I've got 2 of my foundations ready, EllenAyla and Revlon Color Stay. I've got my Chanel powder. My Kiko lipstick. Colors of Studio Finish Concealer, NW25 and NW20. I've got this eyeshadow, which is called Wedge, that I use for my eyebrows. Painterly Paint Pot. A cream color base as a highlight, Hush by MAC. This Urban Decay Flush Palette. Bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. An old mascara and a new one. My gel liner by H&M. A Pro Longwear concealer, an NW20. I don't know if I'm going to use that, but a Select Cover Up. Also an NW20 by MAC. And the original Naked palette. My brushes are right there. So this is my makeup station. So I'm just going to put you up on my tripod and I'll see you in a minute. Bye bye guys. So as you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup, and as you might have guessed from the intro and the title of this video, I'm going to do my makeup for you today. It is my daily makeup routine, what I basically do every day when I wear makeup. I don't actually wear makeup every day, but when I do, I like to go a little out, all out, kind of, so I do the whole shebang. I really like doing makeup on other people and myself, but I have more days that I don't wear any makeup than days that I do. As you can probably see, my skin's a little red around my eyes and nose. That's because my stepdad just mowed the lawn and I have pretty intense hay fever, so I think I will have to edit out a lot of sneezes. I already did, like 2 seconds ago. But anyway, yeah, let's get started. So I pulled my hair back a little better. The first thing I'm going to start with is my moisturizer. This is one from Clinique. It's called Moisture Surge. And it's not actually a cream, it's more of a jelly texture, which I really like because my skin needs moisture, but this doesn't leave it greasy. So I'm just going to dot it on my face. Mirror is right behind you, as you could have seen in the intro. And a little bit goes a long way, but since I apply it, working in my skin with a brush, apply a little tiny bit extra. I'm going to buff that in with the Real Techniques buffing brush. This will also help for the foundation to go on better with the same brush. So it'll be a little damp from the moisturizer already. So, get that done. The next thing I'm going to do is mix two of my foundations together. I've got AylaASMR, which is slightly too dark for me, and the consistency is a little too much for dry skin. I actually prefer the AylaASMR, but my mom brought home the wrong one. When she was in France, she found a store where everything was 40% off, and she actually bought the wrong one. So I'm going to mix that in with my Revlon Color Stay, and this is for combination oily skin. You probably can see this too light, this too dark, so I'm going to mix those to make my perfect color. Put 1.5 pump of that, of the AylaASMR. And this actually is the lightest color, but for some reason it's a little darker than my AylaASMR. But I'm trying to find ways to work with it. These are the same color, but this one's obviously darker. It's the AylaASMR. So I'm going to add some of this, which will make the formula a little bit more long lasting as well, for my skin at least. I've got combination skin. I'm going to mix those two, see if that makes the right color. A little tiny more of the Revlon. AylaASMR is a little bit too yellow for me. And then with the same brush I just used for my moisturizer, I'm just going to use this to work in my foundation. And as you can probably see, that coverage isn't too heavy, which I like. I did mix a little bit too much, but that's okay. I have to take it down my neck anyway, so my nose is a little dry. Here. That's because of the sneezing. I'm sorry if I'm looking behind you. I do have to keep looking what I'm doing, or else I'll look weird. I hope the filming isn't too bright, I have to redo it with another camera. This really is a good color. I can see in the screen right there. Oh, changed color. It might look a little yellow in this camera, but really more of a neutral color. Not too yellow, but I'm also not that pink. I'm going to take a little bit over my eyes. There's nothing left on my hand, but get another mirror. It's not a beauty blender, but it's a Real Techniques complexion sponge, I think. Something like that. Since my nose is slightly dry, I'll just take this over to take away the brush streaks. To even out my makeup. This is slightly damp. And the last bit I've got on my hand, I'll just take over my ears. Doesn't really give off too much color right now, but I like my ears to match my face. As you can see, that's pretty uniform. And I basically use foundation just to take out the redness in my cheeks and now my nose. And I really like the transformation. But I don't use this every day, so for some reason that justifies for me that I can use a little more when I do. You can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do are my eyes. And I'm actually using my Painterly Paint Pot as a base. It's more or less my skin color, so that's what I really like about it. And it holds my eye makeup in place. Be sure not to use too much, because it kind of defeats the purpose. You only have to use a little just to make a sticky base for your eye makeup. But if you use too much, it'll just glide off, which is exactly the opposite of what you want. So I'm going to try and zoom in right now, so you can see my eyes a little better. So I'm going to use my Naked palette, and the color I'm going to use on my lid is called Sidecar, which is this color. It's kind of a rusty brown. The undertone is not too warm, and I'm actually just going to use the brush that comes with the palette because I like that brush. It's just purely to pack on the color. That brush is perfect for that. The only downside to Urban Decay products is that they tend to fall out. So just tap off the excess. I leave a little space in my inner corner because I'm going to highlight that. Just put it up slightly in my crease, and I'm going to leave the outsides, the outer third or outer fourth, I'm going to keep blank. So now with a clean 217, used to say 217 but it rubbed off, I'm going to blend sidecar. Just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. So after I've done that, I'm going to go in with this color, which is called Naked. It's a matte color. I'm going to dip in my brush. Ooh, the other brush fell out. Not too much. Kind of use that as a transition color. A little bit of a crease color, so I won't make that too dark. With that same brush, I'm going to use Buck. As you can see, it's a little darker and warmer than Naked. I'm going to dip in my brush just a little bit and work on the outer corners and a little bit in the crease, not that high up as Naked. Clean 217. I'm going to blend the edges. And with a brow brush, which I actually use as a kind of eyeliner brush by Real Techniques, I'm going to add a little bit of Buck under my eyes. Too much. And with that same clean 217, I'm going to blend that out. Then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this SS239 by Sigma. and this really light pink color, Sin. Then with this MAC eyeshadow called Handwritten, which is basically a dark brown, I'm going to darken up my outer crease just a little bit more. Nothing too heavy because I am going to add black liner, so that will always intensify the look. For some reason, I always do my eyebrows before my eyeliner. And maybe I do that because I don't want too strong brows with too strong eyeliner. So I use Wedge, which is a matte eyeshadow by MAC, with a nameless slanted brush. Just lightly fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to use that mirror because you can see what I'm doing. So not too heavy, but I like the way the red comes up a little in my eyebrows, so it matches my hair color a little better. Brush them through this spoolie. So next thing's eyeliner, and I'm actually going to use this gel liner by H&M. And I found out after a few months that you have to take the cap off, put this like that, and that it comes with an eyeliner applicator. But I prefer my own eyeliner brush, so I'm going to use that, which is this. It's really, really tiny, so you can work with it really precise. I just cleaned it so it's nice and flexible. I'm going to take my mirror. I do have to make sure that this line is really black when it meets my eyelashes, because you don't want to see a strip of flesh when you apply mascara. I'm going to add a wing. Make sure my line is nice and crisp. Which it is right now. And now for the tricky part, the other side, which I hate because my right eye always takes off a lot better than my left. For some reason I begin with this eye in the middle and this eye on the end. Got no idea why, but just do that. always try to make this point. Try and see if I can find a point on this side. And connect the lines. And as you can see, that one's a lot thicker, so just going to thicken this up a little bit. And fill in that flesh colored gap. And crisp up the line. Looks like that. Next I'm going to add some mascara, which is High Impact by Clinique. And I've used this for quite a while now and I still really like it because it comes off with water. So it's really easy to remove. And if I don't wear any gel eyeliner, I can just hop under the shower and clean my entire face with a facial cleanser. Yeah, pretty happy with that eyeliner. I like to make sure that the roots of my lashes are really black, because that tends to, together with the eyeliner, thicken up the lash line and make your lashes look bigger and thicker. You can slowly see my lashes appear. This mascara is a little dry. It's a little clumpier than what I want it to be, but we can fix that later. So for the other eye, you can see the difference really well right now. Take a tiny little bit of that under my bottom lashes, not too much, because my eyes tend to water up and then I'll just rub it off anyway. I'm going to take, I've got a tiny little bottle makeup remover by Derma. Can clean up my eyeliner. And with a dry my cotton bud, I'm just going to take away any smudges of eyeliner. And do clean that up with my foundation brush. I'm going to add some under eye concealer. I'm actually going to use my W25 Studio Finish Concealer with a Flux Crease brush by Real Techniques. My actual skin color is more of an NW20, but the NW25 just has a little more pink, which is really great to just cancel out the slight blueness. Don't have much, but that's most of my face done. I'm going to take Studio Finish Concealer in NW20 and just work away the odd blemish, like that one and that one. I'm going to powder that using my Chanel Poudre Universelle Libre or Natural Finish Loose Powder in 25 Pêche Claire. And there's enough in the cap. So I'm going to use Real Techniques setting brush first under my eyes. A little bit around my nose and chin. And then for the remainder in the cap, I'm just going to use this big fluffy brush all over my face. And the good thing about this powder is that it sets your makeup, but it doesn't make it too matte. As you can see, I have a slight glow left. Next thing I'm going to use is the Urban Decay Naked Flushed palette. This is the original one. And for my blush, I'm going to use... No, wait, I'm going to do my contour first, just a tiny bit. Just barely tap it in and contour. Blend that in with my foundation brush. Then with my large angled contour brush, I'm going to apply the blush, which is really pigmented. So since I'm quite fair skinned, I don't need a lot. It's better to build than to right away apply a lot, because that way it's a lot harder to actually remove. use a little too much to my liking. So I'm just going to get my foundation brush and blend it in a little more. And then for the highlighter, I always just use this side of my brush, so just on the outside, to apply it like that. Then for the last step, I'm going to use this Kiko lipstick in 399, which is very close to my own lip color, just a little darker. Then for a pair of earrings, which today are going to be, let me see if I can find the other one. Got a little thing underneath my, yep. Today these are going to be these shiny ones. Since I don't have pierced ears anymore, since they are a little scarred, I have to use clip earrings, but I kind of like that because it's a little hard to find clip earrings that don't look like you borrowed them from your grandma. So it's always a nice hunt for the perfect gel, for the perfect earrings. And I said gel because I'm covered in gel eyeliner on my hand. That's my finished look. I'm going to take down my hair. I have no idea what it looks like. Big, mostly. And not brushed. So. Let me get my Mason Pearson brush. This is actually my Mason Pearson brush I got for my birthday. As you can hear, I haven't brushed it today. That's not too much better. Oh well. So I really want to thank you for watching, and subscribe and like if you did like it, and maybe till the next makeup video.